What's this?
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the Animerica podcast.
What?
This has nothing to do with the old Animerica magazine, we just stole their name. So fellas, anyone want to just quickly explain how this podcast came to be?
What?
Well, Donald over here kept secretly recording our anime conversations, so we just thought, why not just make a podcast at that point and make some money?
Yep, that's how it happened. And as you can see, we've dressed very, very nice for the occasion. Got to be professional.
I guess this is how we dress every single day.
Whatever, you get the point.
All right, anyways, I'm here with Donald and Joe, obviously, and we're here to talk about anime. So the first question I have for you guys is, what is anime?
Well, that's a stupid question. It's just animation from Japan, right?
He's not wrong.
I think it's a style of animation, like Avatar, The Last Airbender, and, Netflix, Castlevania. They're anime in every way.
Joe, you don't know...
Joe, you piece of shit. Anyway, this is from Trash Talk. Why is Joe Biden your president again, guys? Oh my god. Cease this heresy.
know what you're talking about. Donald is right here.
Yeah.
Anime comes in many different styles. Avatar and Castlevania are mainly similar visually, but anime has distinct themes.
Avatar and all those are called animations, not anime. Okay? Goddamn, son. Shit.
That developed over the course of history.
Right.
And these Western shows just kind of borrow the style. Not that they're bad shows, they're just not anime.
They're not anime, they're called
I agree.
animation.
Well, there's some animation from Japan that has nothing to do with all that anime stuff, like stop motion animation. Is that still anime?
Yes, it is. I have no idea what you're trying to say.
What the
Well,
fuck
if
is
we
he trying to
use the
say?
Japanese meaning of anime, then everything animated is anime, which means that Avatar is an anime. Gotcha.
Stop
Dude,
it, Joe.
shut
Take
up.
the L.
Oh, fine, whatever.
All right, that's enough of that. Next up, we have some anime
this
news.
heresy.
Recently, Anime Japan 2023 happened. It's like some sort of convention.
Yes, I heard about this.
Headlines include a ReZero Season 3 announcement,
Ah,
a new
yes.
trailer for Mushoku Tensei Season 2,
Ah,
and a
yes.
new trailer for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2.
Ah, double
Any
yes.
thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really excited for those three in particular. I hope we get to see more Rem and ReZero. She better wake up or whatever. I kind of forgot what was wrong with her. Still,
Yeah,
though, I'm
same.
super hyped. ReZero is one of my favorite anime.
Honestly,
Sorry,
I
what?
don't really get the hype behind it.
What did you
Honestly,
say?
I
The
don't.
main thing's helping me through the beginning of my presidency.
Helping to the beginning of his presidency. Understandable. I mean, Rem is best to go. Yes. Yes. Same. Hello there. This is a small public service announcement to help your girl beat the dreaded YouTube logarithm by liking and commenting on this video. And if you also want to stay tuned to my shenanigans, do consider hitting that big red subscribe button down below. And do you know that I also have a Patreon? If you like early previews, cosplay, review, and even culture, do check out my Patreon. I'll be linking it in the description below. With all that mentioned, let's get to the video. Bye.
Honestly,
Yep.
I don't really get the hype behind it.
You don't?
It just seems like another generic isekai and is super pandery to otaku losers like ourselves. Like, it's got every kind of waifu and every trope imaginable. Plus, the character designs are okay on their own, but looking at them next to each other is just like looking into a circus.
What?
Subaru especially needs a redesign, like they
Yeah.
try to have these epic moments, and then it just cuts to this dude in a tracksuit.
Oh,
Like,
that's
come
true.
on.
That's
Look,
true.
I don't think it's
That
a
is
generic
true.
isekai, Barack.
No,
I mean,
Rem is not a fan. Rem, who's Rem? Don't remember. Feels like I should know that name, but I can't remember. Who is she?
fantasy anime staples like maids, cat girls, elves, and all that. But it's also got super interesting world building,
Like?
especially if you look into the light novel and all the spin-offs. Plus, the genre and premise are pretty unique to the isekai genre. There's not many isekai that are thrillers, and I don't think there's any others with time loops. I agree with your point about Subaru's tracksuit, though. That shit looks like ass.
Oh, well, I don't agree with your point.
Wow, I can't believe Trump is the connoisseur over here. He's like the guy, the reasonable guy for once. Oh my god, with valid points. Holy shit.
But I think I get where you're coming from. Personally, though, I think the time loop is just another cheap isekai gimmick. Like,
That's
I like
true.
some isekai, and I love time loop stories, but ReZero combines them and does both pretty mediocrely. Summertime Rendering from last year had almost the exact same time loop mechanics, but did it way better.
I'm glad we
Oh.
decided to watch that together. That show was awesome.
What show?
True, that was a great show. But I have to say, while the time loop was definitely cool, most of my enjoyment came from the fact that Hizuru is hot as fuck.
Oh, they're talking about summertime rendering. Okay, that shit. If you guys haven't watched it yet, it's pretty goddamn good. And Big
the fact that
Bonga's
Hizuru is
H cup.
hot as-
Was it H cup or E? E cup lady is hot as fuck, yo. Nice.
Like seriously.
Seriously, yes.
Oh my God.
Like, oh
You know what?
my God,
Hard agree.
indeed.
Absolutely affirmative. You are 100%, absolutely, unequivocally,
Yes, yes,
undeniably, positively, thoroughly, and precisely correct. That is the most factual thing you have ever said.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
agreed on this side too. She was fine as shit.
Yes,
All
sir.
right,
Yes.
we're getting a little off track here. Any other announcements you guys wanted to talk about, or should we move on?
Well, I was excited about the new season of Horimiya, but that's about it.
Oh yeah,
yeah?
I'm hyped for Mushoku Tensei too. I don't think we're gonna see Eris in this next season, which makes me pretty sad.
Oh yeah, Eris in the next season, she's gone like the wind. I don't think we'll see Eris for at least 3 seasons. Yeah, holy shit, that's gonna be a long time. Oh my God, yeah, 3 whole seasons. There will not be any Eris for 3 whole seasons until he grows up big, lad. Unless they, cut to her as she's training or something. But she's gone, boys. She's gone like the wind. The big booba lolly, the booba tsundere, is gone.
I'm sure they can make it up to me with some more very high quality waifus. Only the best.
Yes.
I'm not going to agree with everything you just said, Donald, but yes, I am also hyped for Mushoku Tensei.
Thanks.
Rudius's character development in season 1 was great, and I'm excited to see it continue. Looks like he's like a teenager now, which should be interesting, and it looks like we'll be seeing a lot of Sylphie for the first time since episode 4.
She's making a
so
comeback.
Should be fun. They didn't really give us much to work with from the trailer, though, so...
Not Sylphie. The green girl, the green elf girl that Rudius met. the Rudius befriended in their childhood days. But this time, she looks more pretty. That's all I'm gonna say. But still lacking in some departments. But she makes up for it in her personality. Yes, yes.
I don't have any theories or anything. We just gotta wait and see what happens. Now, if that's all, I'd like to move on to the next topic.
Go
Sounds
ahead.
good.
Now, recently I saw this video from, what was his name? It was like Penguin?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, from Penguin, of course. Yeah, Penguin.
I believe
yes.
you mean Charles from Penguino.
Charlie, aka
Charles from Penguin. Yes, sir.
Moisture One to Cal.
I don't know, he looked like
Moist
Jesus,
one
and
to
Keanu
car.
Reeves did a fusion dance, but it failed halfway through and shat him out.
Oh no! Wow! They're just dissing him like that. You can't do this to him. Holy shit. Bro, that's brutal. Holy shit. This looks like Jesus and Keanu Reeves did a fusion dance and just fucking felt halfway through and shut out and boom, you have moist critical. Oh my god. This is so mean. Holy shit. What is this channel? My god. This guy only has 6,000 subs? Shit.
His video was posted a while ago, but I just saw it, and he talked about how Mob Psycho 3 had a good ending, which he thought was crazy because usually
wait,
anime
really?
have terrible endings. And that made me think, what are the worst endings you've ever seen?
Oh.
I'll take manga answers too.
We should warn for spoilers, right?
Yeah, spoiler warning for like every anime. We'll have chapters on the
Shit.
video so people can skip ahead if they don't want to hear something.
Oh my god, this is an actual podcast. I can't believe this. This is like 30 whole minutes and I am engaged. Man!
Joe, let's hear from you first. What's the worst ending you've ever seen in anime or manga?
Oh boy, do I have one for you. There's this anime called Bunny Drop, you see?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I've heard of
Bunny
Usagi Drop.
Drop?
It's supposed to be a wholesome
What the-
slice of life, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's what
What
it was
is it?
supposed to be. A nice little slice of life parenting anime about a dude basically raising his adoptive daughter. I quite enjoyed the anime. In fact,
what
I enjoyed it
happened?
so much I started reading the manga, since there's no second season.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I've made that mistake before.
So what happens? I have to know.
So there's the daughter and the dad, right? And there's also this boy that's friends with the daughter and becomes a love interest at some
Don't
point.
read the manga?
Then there's a time skip where now they're in high school or some shit. The girl was 6 before, and the dad was like 30.
Uh-oh, I think I see where this is going.
And yeah, so in high school, the friend boy has a crush on the daughter, and it's looking like things might go in that direction. And then the daughter is like, "Hey, Dad, I'm in love with you. Can we date?"
Oh my God.
Then he's like, "No, we can't.
Thank the Lord.
Not until you graduate high school."
Goddamn.
And then they get married, and she's like, "Hey, Daddy, I want your babies inside me."
What?
Like legit.
What the fuck? Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck?
horrible. I guess I'm never watching that show anymore. It was on my plan to watch list.
Holy
Good
shit!
choice.
That shit came out of nowhere. Like there wasn't a single hint of romance between the two, and then they just pull that shit at the end. I couldn't believe it. I'm
Wait,
still
that's
pissed.
your problem with it? The romance wasn't built up well enough? So you're fine with the grooming and massive age gap and borderline incest? Okay, buddy, I'm usually a defender of trashy incest shows. But even I can see that this is some real twisted shit.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's not what I
I'm
meant.
surprised you didn't like it, Joe. It seems right up your alley.
Yeah, thanks, real original dude. You guys know what I meant. Stop messing around.
She's right up your alley, Joe. What the fuck is wrong with you?
All right, we're just fucking with you.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, yeah, that ending was just horrible. Definitely the worst I've ever seen. Bar none. It's not even just like something you can easily ignore and enjoy the rest of the story. It literally ruins everything that came before. All the nice, wholesome moments now come off as super weird and creepy. Jesus Christ, man. That's the last time I ever continue with the manga after watching the anime.
Yeah, it's a lesson we all learn, Joe. It's always a risk,
I
especially
see,
when there's only
Seti.
one season.
Dang.
Sometimes there's a good reason no more seasons were made. I remember I first made that mistake with the pet girl of Sakuraso. I loved the anime Nanami all the way, and I
Wait,
really
this?
wanted to know how it ended. So I looked up what happened in the light novel. Boy, was that a mistake. Not
What
only was the
happened?
ending shit, it completely fell off after where the anime ended. And not only did it completely fall off after where the anime ended, it was never even good in the first place. It just got a miracle adaptation that turned bad source material into a pretty good anime.
What?
I don't know on that one, Don. I actually did the same thing for that show, but I thought the rest of the series was quite nice.
All right, you fucking Mashiro son.
What can I say? She's the cutest.
No, we're not getting into this again. We know you love your kuderis with no personality. Fuck off.
I'm staying
But
out
this
of
one's autistic, Donald. There's an actual
She's
reason
not
for the
fucking
way she
autistic,
acts.
dude. That's just a fan theory that only kind of makes sense because it explains why she's written so poorly.
Guys, chill. I'll go
Holy
next, okay?
shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Chill,
Donald is right,
guys.
by the
Come
way.
on,
Fuck you.
chill.
Anyways, the first bad ending that
Fuck.
comes to mind was for a relatively recent romance manga called Blue Flag.
Blue
Usually I'm not
Flag?
super into romance, but I gave it a shot on the Shonen Jump app, and it actually turned out to be really good.
All right, what's it about?
What anime did Trump mention? It's the one that the main character turned into a puppy and then goes to the girl that he likes, and then one day I suddenly become this girl's pet. Yeah, the pet girl of Sakura. So after watching the anime, he went read the manga and then realized it's all fucking trash. The anime did better.
It's going to be hard to explain simply, but I'll try my best. Basically, we got our main character, Taichi. He's got a best friend,
Huh? Taichi?
a guy from
Digimon?
like elementary school named Toma. And then he's got his love interest and eventual girlfriend, Futaba. That's
What?
our main trio. Good stuff. Love them.
Seems basic so far. Is that all?
No, here's the twist. Toma is actually gay and has a crush on Taichi. He's closeted though, so he's in a bit of a pickle, to put it lightly. Futaba also has a friend that's basically in the same situation. She's a lesbian who is in love with her, but is kind of just stuck in a constant state of suffering and not being able to make a move.
Okay, that's
I can finally pull the. What are
interesting,
you
but
guys?
get on with it.
This is going somewhere, trust me. It's all vital information to explain
Wait,
why
why?
the ending is so bad.
Oh,
With all this buildup, I'm excited to see where this is going.
Oh, shut it, guys. I haven't been talking for that long. Anyways, eventually a ton of stuff happens. Like, I think one of them gets hit by a car at some point.
What?
You know, normal drama stuff. But then somehow it gets out that Toma likes boys. Taichi has to battle with some of his internal homophobia and all that. It's great stuff, legitimately. And I'm not even gay. So Toma asks Taichi out and obviously gets rejected. At this point, Taichi and Futaba have been dating for a while and he's shown no signs of being gay, so my boy Toma really had no chance. In
Yeah,
the second
then?
to last chapter, you see Toma and Taichi make up and continue their friendship, and the
Okay.
three of them shout to the ocean about how much they love each other. And then immediately after,
Ooh, things are
we
getting
get
good.
a time skip, and we're told that Taichi and Futaba broke up after like 2 years, and that's already really unsatisfying because we just spent like the entire manga building up their relationship, and they just ruined that in one page. But you know, as I was reading, I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. You know, it's realistic, I thought. In retrospect, making it realistic doesn't make it good. But guess what? It gets worse. We see three things. One, Taichi and Toma are now married. What the fuck?
What?
There was no hint whatsoever that Taichi could be gay. Absolutely no build-up. Like, they spent so much time developing Taichi and Futaba's romance, just for them to do a switcheroo at the last second that literally makes no sense. I'm pretty sure we saw him be homophobic more than we saw him be gay. This shit makes me regret legalizing gay marriage. Then two, for Futaba, she just married some random...
Understandable, Mr. President. Totally understandable. I mean, if this shit happened, I mean, yo, small regret.
Then two, for Futaba, she just married some random dude. Not even a named character, just some rando. How satisfying. And then three, this one is just baffling. The lesbian that like Futaba, she marries a dude. They made it very clear she only locked women, and then she marries a dude in the end?
What?
What the fuck?
Classic Barack Reagan.
Oh my God, that absolutely delivered. I think the lesson to learn from this is just to not read or watch romance. Shit always ends horribly.
Understandable,
Oh my
sir.
God, you just reminded me. Fucking domestic girlfriend.
Oh man, that's a great example. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh no.
Explain to me, Donald, what is domestic girlfriend?
You're in for a treat.
Before anything, I want to show you the opening for the anime adaptation, just to set the tone.
Good idea, Donald. I like the way you think.
Okay,
Well, I mean,
okay.
in this one specific circumstance.
Yeah, whatever. Let me pull it up real quick. Michelle, edit the video in when I start playing it. All right.
Gee whiz, what a jam. Jolly good show.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
now
a
let me
jam.
explain. So our main man is a dude named Natsuo. He wants to be an author, but he's in high school at the beginning, and he's got a big crush on his teacher. And to be fair, she's hot as fuck.
Agreed, he has good taste.
And then he gets invited to a mixer. It's like a
Hold up, let's see how hot she is. Okay, she's not bad, I guess.
where dudes talk to chicks.
Huh?
He's not feeling it, but neither is this other chick, so they leave and bang. This is all in chapter 1. She kind of reminds him of his teacher, which is a little weird.
They leave and bang. At chapter 1. Yo?
Then he gets home and his dad is like, hey, just remarried, the step-family's moving in tomorrow. And the door opens and his stepsisters are the girl he just boned and his teacher. And that's just chapter 1. That's the premise.
Oh my
I
god,
admit
nice!
it does sound kind of spicy, but also
All right,
what
nice.
the fuck, for
I'm
real?
gonna
What
read
kind of
it. I'm
premise
gonna
is
read
that?
it after this.
Why did it get that anime opening too, bruh?
There's actually a reason, Joe. It's the biggest twist. The manga is actually really good. Except for the ending, but besides that, it's legit a great character drama with character development and relationship building. Like, holy shit, this author is too talented to be making an incest manga, but that's also sort of the appeal.
Right.
Like, the actual plot is the craziest shit ever. It's got that appeal of, I don't know what's happening, but it's completely insane, and I love it. I call it the Kingdom Hearts appeal, but like, if Kingdom Hearts was
appeal.
actually well written.
Hey, don't diss Kingdom Hearts.
3 was trash, Joe. Don't lie to yourself.
Whoa, don't touch on Kingdom Hearts, okay? 1 and 2 was perfect. Anything other than that was disgusting, but okay? Understand? Okay?
Shut up, we're not getting into that again. Continue, Donald.
So yeah, shit goes crazy. It's a super long manga and has kind of a steady decline in quality over the 270-something chapters. But it's still really entertaining throughout. We see Natsuo go through high school and college and become a successful author. And he eventually goes out with both stepsisters. At separate times, of course.
You reeled me in at first, and then you just had to remind me what it was about.
In the end, it seems pretty much guaranteed that Natsuo is going to go with the girl he boned. That's Rui, the younger sister. She's now pregnant with his baby.
Oh, shit.
What?
So they plan to get married and tell their parents and
They
everything.
must be proud.
And then some stalker or some shit purposefully runs over Hina, the teacher older sister, and she gets put into a coma. So Natsuo is like, oh shit. And she eventually wakes up, learns how to walk, and then she gets married to Natsuo. And the 3 of them live together, raising Rui and Natsuo's baby. What the fuck?
That
And they
sounds
just
fucking
spent like
hilarious. I have to
100
read this
chapters
manga.
building Rui
You
and
absolutely
Natsuo's
should.
relationship. I was originally rooting for Hina, but she had been out of the picture for a long time. This is the weirdest fucking train wreck compromise. But it's also kind of a fitting end and is really funny to think about, so I'm still pissed, but I kind of love it too, in a strange way.
I kind of agree, to
Understand
be
about
honest, it's
that, how
weird.
Sounds like a
ending,
masterpiece. I'm
I
going
can
to
like
start
it,
reading
yo.
after the show.
This video is sponsored by the United States government.
What?
If you like freedom like our friend Aaron Yeager, you'll absolutely love this country. Personally, I started living there right when I was born, and I was initially skeptical, but so far it's actually been great. Use promo code USAnime with the IRS for 50% off taxes. All right, let's mix it up here. Can you
Yo! What can I? 50% off taxes? Yo! That shit is great, man!
Great.
That's a
Use
fantastic
promo code
deal, man!
USAnime.
Thank you, Obama. Oh, there's no link. Damn it. It's a scam.
All right, let's mix
Shit.
it up here. Can you guys think of anything that's not romance?
Well, there's Evangelion. It has an absolutely horrible ending. It makes no sense. One of the worst. Almost none of them are as bad as this one. They had 2 shots to make a good ending and fuck both of them
You just
up.
don't get it, Donald. You're simply not smart enough to comprehend the genius of both endings. Your brain is smaller than your penis.
You've seen his penis?
Don't care, didn't ask. Look, the last 2 episodes of the show...
What the fuck is happening? Man, this podcast is so fucking good! Holy shit!
take place in Shinji's head. I get that. It makes sense as a conclusion to his arc, but not to the entire show. It just doesn't work.
I have to agree, Donald. I think the end of Evangelion, the movie, that one was way better.
Yeah, the
Nah,
movie
no
was
way
better,
you'll ever
yes.
convince me that that movie is good. The animation is solid, so I'll give you that. But they just give up like halfway through and start using random stock footage. Like, seriously? Did you need all that to make your point?
Shit.
Then you have Shinji at his absolute worst throughout the entire thing. At least Asuka survived, I think.
Donald, none of that was about the actual ending. It was just about the movie.
Oh, sorry, I got a little carried away.
Oh, shit.
Honestly, now that I think about it, the actual ending isn't horrible. Definitely better than the first, but it's still pretty unsatisfying. Plus, I'm pretty sure they killed Pen Pen. I'll never forgive them for that.
I choose to believe Pen Pen is alive. If he's not, this is the worst movie ever made.
All right, I'm
Understandable.
surprised
Have a
you
great
actually had
day.
an argument that made sense. Again, I don't agree, but I don't have the energy to argue about it right now. Another ending I didn't like was Yu Yu Hakusho.
What?
It's not like it ruined the whole series. It was super abrupt. Like, it really came out of nowhere. I feel like they could have had like 5 more arcs afterwards, but
Personally, it's something I too could agree on. I don't know why it ended like that. Both the anime and the manga. When I read it, I'm like, what the? It's a perfect end to an arc. But not a perfect end to the whole damn series. Oh my god, it just ended like that. They just decided to stop doing it. I'm like, so Yosuke, he unlocked his final form and then that's it, nothing else. There's so much left to uncover. It just doesn't make sense.
didn't care about the story anymore. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I get that. Then he went on to do the same thing with Hunter x Hunter.
Well, Hunter x Hunter is coming back. It just might not end during our lifetimes.
True, that should be hype when we get...
Yes, it's coming back, but no, it's not ending.
There's a show with a good start, but then goes to shit and has a horrible ending. It's called White Album.
I said not
How is
romance,
that?
Joe, come on.
I swear I can keep it interesting. So this is an adaptation of a dating sim visual novel type thing that came out around, I think, 1998.
Wow,
I remember
that's
back
old.
then I had Hayao Mizuyaki personally teach me Japanese so I could read it. In the game, you start off with a girlfriend that's an idol, and you / the main character don't get to see her often, and so contemplate other options. So in the game, you can either stay with your girlfriend or go and cheat on her with a variety of other girls.
Oh shit.
But if you go with another girl, the game makes you feel like absolute shit for cheating on her, so you don't really get a happy ending.
Oh shit.
Because of this, even though the game lets you date other girls, I believe it's fundamentally anti-cheating. But the anime is not at all.
What do you mean?
In the first season, the MC is like a lost soul. He doesn't do anything too bad, but you can see him being pulled every which way and being a bad boyfriend. That all goes to shit in season 2, where he becomes a horrible person and fucks like 4 other girls.
What?
And the way it ends, man, they leave it ambiguous who he gets with, but using context clues, we can deduce that he stayed with his original girlfriend.
Wait, so why is that bad? I don't see the issue
Yeah, why
here.
is it bad?
Well, she never found out that he was fucking all of her friends. The show is basically saying that you can cheat on your girlfriend as long as you stay with her in the end. There are no consequences. The MC is a horrible, and I mean horrible person throughout, but gets a totally undeserved happy ending. Overall, it's both a horrible ending and a horrible adaptation. Just go read the visual novel. It's way better.
Why the fuck would anyone want to read a visual novel, Joe?
Yeah, I'm
that
curious
shit is
about
so
that, too.
boring.
Okay, Buckerfuck, we know you can't read. It's okay. Visual novels have some of the best stories you'll ever experience. They have the
Man, AIs insulting each other is holy shit, man.
of a normal paper novel, but usually with an anime artwork, a soundtrack, and even voice acting. So they're automatically better than something like Lord of the Rings, which has none of that. But the real appeal is the
Yes?
fact that your choices actually matter. The gameplay is just making choices in the dialogue, and there's a bunch of different ways the story can go. Unless you're a pussy and use a walkthrough, you'll probably have to play through a game multiple times to get to the good or true ending.
I mean, it definitely sounds better than reading an actual book, but still a lot worse than playing an actual video game.
Honestly, I'd rather just watch the anime adaptations. They usually turn out pretty good. Also, Donald, let's not act like you
Usually.
didn't have a Danganronpa phase back
Damn
in
it.
2017. We remember.
Danganronpa isn't a visual novel, idiot. Visual novel gameplay is just making choices and getting different endings. Danganronpa gameplay is shooting words at other words until you get a game over. But I think about it, Donald, I think there are some visual novels you'd like.
I highly doubt it.
Visual novels based on romance anime, mostly harem. So if your
Yes.
waifu took a fat L in the actual show, the game provides you super copium, where you can actually end up seeing what it would be like if they won.
I hate to admit.
Yes. That's the reason why a lot of people, when they watch the anime, then they want to go play the visual novel so that they can actually get a W with their waifu. Rin, best girl. Sakura, nah. Saber, not that. But Rin is still the best. Thank you.
Admit it, but I think you're on to something here.
There's games for my, what was it called? My romantic teen comedy is going Bad Snafu, and also the quintessential quintuplets, you know, the good stuff.
Oh man,
Unfortunately, they-
consensual quintuplets. Ah, shit. Sakura bangs a lot more though. Oh, what do you mean? You mean like she really more in the visual novels? Ah, now I need to find it. I'm gonna make it
They never seem to
my
make it out of
task to see it.
Japan, but you can find fan translations on YouTube. And oh, you'll love this. There's one for the pet girl of Sakuraso, which actually has
What?
an English patch.
I think you messed up the Origairu title, but damn, Sakuraso is pretty hype. I really
Really?
want to play it for the ending that should have been.
Joe, you've done the unthinkable. You've got Donald to admit he was wrong. By the way, the title is...
I'm dying. it.
Can it, Barack?
And look, this is the only other piece of media based on the Sakurazo anime, so if you huff some ultra copium, you can treat your ending of choice as the true ending to the story.
Yeah!
Since the anime never continued.
This is going to be awesome. Joe, if you're free on Saturday, we should stream it on Twitch.
I'm down, let's do it. Now I just have to convince Barack that VNs are cool.
Not gonna
Oh
happen.
my god.
Dude, you're a Persona fan. Those are basically visual novel RPGs.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Huh?
Just because Persona has dialogue doesn't make the games visual novels. And recently, the stories have been the worst parts anyway.
Wait, did I really just hear you say Persona 5 has a bad plot?
What?
Well, no, that's not what I said, but it's not far from the truth. It is by far the worst in the series. The gameplay is amazing, so it's
You're the nice buck. You hear me?
not like I hate the game, but the story definitely left a lot to be desired. Overall, the waifus were also pretty mediocre, but man, I'd be lying if
What do you say, you little shit? Huh? Excuse me? Mediocre waifus in P5? Have you not seen Futaba? Oh my fucking god. My Futaba is the best girl over there, okay? I'll let him cook. You know, some people always, you know the term called, fuck around and find out. And this is something that you had coming, right? You know you fucked around, Tyrant.
pretty mediocre, but man, I'd be lying if I didn't say Makoto and Takemi are peak.
No way. I thought you'd be a fellow Kawamami fan, Barack. I'm saddened by this revelation.
I actually think...
We know you're a Futaba simp, Joe. And before
Hey, I'm a Futaba sim too, okay? Stop it.
you ask, her hair probably smells like the orange Mountain Dew she dyes her hair with.
How dare you?
Is this confirmed by the
She's right.
developers?
No, of course not. Anyways, can we talk about the soundtrack, though? That thing has bangers front to back. It's essentially perfect.
Oh, I guess it's time for another hot take of mine. The
Oh, my.
soundtrack is good, yes, but not that good. People that think it's one of the best soundtracks ever are only saying that because the only song they ever listen to is Delfino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine. It's
You
100 hours long
Pokemon.
and most songs lose their luster by then, especially Last Surprise. And if you're not tired of the soundtrack after you beat the game, you'll surely be tired of it after hearing every YouTuber on the planet use it as background music. I'm not joking. I've heard that crap in a video about Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't know why you're so pressed about this, Barack.
Seriously, why do you hate the game so much? Name 5 JRPGs better than Persona 5. You can't.
Exactly.
Let's see. Revelations Persona. Persona 2, Innocent Sin. Persona
Oh.
2, Eternal Punishment. Persona
Oh.
3, FES. Persona 4, Golden. There you go. You guys got to play 1 and 2. Too bad you're too big of pussies.
Oh.
Y'all are the type of guys to piss on the side of the toilet bowl instead of in the water.
What? What?
This is literally the epitome of, okay, that's my fault. I set the bar too low. That's on me.
What in the jingle juggle are you talking about? That's common courtesy, Barack. It's already a bad look
Oh my god. Ah.
when I'm having a meeting in the Oval Office and I'm like, hold on, guys, gotta take a piss. I don't want other world leaders to hear me pissing from down the hall.
I don't really care. In fact, I
Oh
used
my
to piss right in
God.
the water as an intimidation tactic. Honestly, that was...
Intimidation tactic. Oh, I should like piss in the water next time for intimidation now. I can look a little bit more fiercer in front of my friends. Yeah, I'm
Probably
gonna do
my
that.
biggest move in stopping North Korea from nuking us.
I'm sorry, what? Let's stop North Korea from nuking USA? Shit.
Honestly, Barack, I think you're projecting.
No, it can't
Why
be.
would you even bring that up?
Remember when this was an anime podcast? People of America and theoretically other countries, I am interrupting this program to bring you a very special announcement. This video is sponsored by the National Football League. Did you know that One Piece aired before, during, and after Tom Brady's entire 23-season career? Crazy, I know, but unlike One Piece, watching NFL football will not ruin your life. Download the NFL app today and start your free trial for NFL Plus.
All right, let's get back on track. Recently, as you may have seen, Cosby and NBA 2K17 star Michael B. Jordan recently gave his top 5 anime to start with when interviewed for his new movie, Creed 3.
Oh, and you know what he recommended? Just watch. He's gonna cook.
A good starting 5, he said, after listing One Piece, DBZ, Naruto, Bleach, and Hunter x Hunter.
Whoa, what? Look, is
you
it shown in...
see? You see? What kind of goddamn recommendation this guy wants to give people? Shit.
I respect them as a favorites list, but not as starters.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously, I'm not expecting super deep cuts from Michael B. Jordan. But you can't start with One Piece in this day and age.
You
Or any of
can.
the others for that matter. Hunter x Hunter is the shortest there, and it still has like 150 episodes. What would be your starting 5, Joe?
Let's see, probably Love Live, then Cowboy Bebop,
love life. I mean, it's pretty nice. You want for kawaii and idols dancing in the background for you. Yeah, I guess that's not bad. But Cowboy Bebop, not bad.
Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes, FMB
Kaguya-sama
Brotherhood.
Love is
FMB
War
Brotherhood.
and Sword Art Online.
Love is War! Yay! And SAO, yes. My hot takes. That excellent list. That shit's great.
I don't even like all of those shows, but I think for someone getting into anime, those would be good to start with.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's a solid list. Maybe
Solid
not Love
list,
Live,
yes.
though. I'd say replace that with Gurren Lagann.
Oh,
Not
no,
bad, Joe. I usually like to
not
defend
bad.
Full Metal Alchemist 2003, but I can't lie, Brotherhood is just better, especially for a first-time anime. I don't know about Cowboy Bebop, though. It's like a Ghibli movie in that it is good anime, but it's not a good introduction to what most anime is actually like.
That is
Oh,
true.
good
It's
point.
kind of
Maybe replace it
noir.
with Outlaw
Yeah.
Star?
Yeah, I think that'd work.
Kinda
That or maybe
noirish.
Captain Tyler or Trigun, but that one's not in space, I'm pretty sure.
Wow, we are so cool and smart and have the best anime opinions.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Sorry, Michael, your list sucks. I'll still watch your movie, though.
What?
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about watching that movie, Creed 3, was it? Do I have to watch the rest of them first? I've
Is
only
Creed
seen
3
Rocky
good?
5.
Yeah, obviously. People like you are the reason we still get boring text crawls at the beginning of Star Wars movies. Well, you have to watch Creed 1 and 2, probably not Rocky. By the way, how did you only watch Rocky 5? How does that even happen?
It was back in 1990 when the movie came out. I was just hanging with Sylvester Stallone as usual in my home state of Pennsylvania.
Wow.
He started talking
Look at
about his
that
upcoming
flex.
movie, Rocky 5. Embarrassingly, I said, though a resident of Pennsylvania, I had never seen Rocky. That's when Stallone got up, his rock-hard roided abs stared me right in the face, and I said, but I'll watch the new one just for you, buddy. But when I watched it, I didn't know what the giggle gagglers was going on.
Well, I think that's just because it sucks. I've seen them all, and I don't know what was happening in that one either. Anyways, one last piece of news here. Ash Ketchum has finally been retired as a character in Pokemon.
Yes,
Now, as I've said
yes.
before, I don't care about Pokemon.
Oh my
Roll the clip.
god.
Look, I don't care about Pokemon.
But even I can't deny that
He
the
said
kid
it,
was an
okay.
iconic character, and it's crazy to see them kill him off like this. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I wish he had at least aged over the seasons, but it's weird to see him go.
It
It's not
is.
like I grew up with him or anything, but I've seen episodes here and there over the years, and it'll be weird that that won't be an option anymore.
I'm sure he'll come back eventually. There's no way he doesn't show up in some capacity in the next 20 years.
Exactly.
It's nice they finally decided to end his run, though.
Yeah,
It's been
agreed. I
20
think it went on a
years,
bit too
yo.
long. As much as we shit on One Piece, that's the only super long anime that feels justified in its length, since it consistently feels like it's going towards an end point.
But it
But
doesn't.
then you've got like Detective Conan, which only exists to exist at this point. No progress has been made in the story.
Yeah, and then you've got stuff like Dragon Ball Super and Boruto. They just dig up an old series from the dead
Oh
to crank
boy,
out
oh
more
boy,
content for more money, and it's always just worse and shittier.
I don't know. I think it's nice to have certain franchises to fall back on as comfort.
It is nice to have certain franchises to come back to, but I
yes.
would also appreciate it if some of them would just end.
No,
At a
Boruto
certain
is
point, it just hurts
interesting.
the art. They lose any sort of artistic vision.
It just takes a while to
Shows
build
need
up.
to end and stop being beaten into the ground.
Yeah, I see where
Oh
you're coming
yeah?
from. I'm
Have you
just
ever thought of watching JoJo then, huh?
so old that if my favorite long-running shows end, I'll have no reason to live.
Wow, that's depressing. Have you guys seen all this debate about AI anime?
Yeah, you mean that
Wait,
corridor
AI?
digital video
The
where they
corridor
turn
digital
themselves into
video?
anime
Oh,
with
no!
AI?
Yeah, that, and Netflix's new short with Wit Studio that uses AI backgrounds.
What?
Well, I think it does look pretty cool if you don't pause it, but they probably should have hired real artists to provide art to put into the AI instead of just legit stealing from Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, yeah,
if
that's
done
true.
ethically with proper rights, stuff like this can be really cool and useful.
I don't know, it's kind of like they're trying to render animators irrelevant by making it so anybody can make something that looks like animation. And yeah, stealing is definitely bad.
It is,
I'm
it
sad
is.
Wit Studio was doing some AI stuff as well. That's like the only L they've ever taken.
Remember the CGI on their Colossal Titan?
It's like the second L they've ever taken. I think AI is probably fine for helping in-betweens and stuff, but for backgrounds, creativity is always going to top something a machine shat out. I don't know, though. We're not animators. We should probably shut up.
Yeah, I think that a
Probably
lot.
shut up.
This AI stuff is getting pretty crazy, though.
I mean, did
Imagine
you
if
see
someone
yourself?
just took your voice and started making you say wacky shit.
Yeah, that'd be concerning. They could make you say something horrible, like you're declaring a nuclear war on North Korea, or
Holy shit.
you like SAO.
I always did hate North Dakota.
Hey, SAO is cool, okay? Okay, SAO is cool. Shut up. Stop being so self-aware. Shut up.
All right, before we we wrap things up, what anime have you guys been watching lately? Personally, I've been watching the Urusei Yatsura remake that just finished up. I think it's been a pretty solid adaptation. I'm not super hyped for season 2 like I am for Mushoku Tensei, but I am still looking forward to it. So, yeah, that's what I've been up to. How about you, Donald?
I've been trying to catch up on Bleach. I'm on Soul Society right now, and it's been pretty cool so far. The action is great, and I have to mention the character designs are sick.
It is.
It's not a detail I usually think about much, but man, everyone has a severe amount of drip. In terms of current shows, Onimai just finished, and that was a great show. It has a reputation for fan service, and believe me, it's warranted. They know how to animate some titties. It's truly incredible. But the show is more than that. It's actually really wholesome. I think you would like it, Joe. Other than that, someone on my anime list told me to watch Boku no Pico. So I watched...
He's gonna have a great time with that one. Oh boy, let's go, let's go.
It and then tracked their IP address and made sure they accidentally passed away in a freak crane accident last week.
Holy shit!
What have you been watching, Joe?
Someone recommended Euphoria to me.
Oh, God, I am so sorry.
I spent the next week in a mental hospital. I was a broken man. Other than that, I've been watching Pride of Orange. It's an anime about cute girls playing hockey. Justin recommended it to me, and it's nothing special, but it's been nice so far. Hoping for a season 2.
Cool, very cool.
All right, everybody, I think it's just about time to wrap it up. Next week, we'll be back with our first ever guest.
Wait, it's not Eisenhower, is it?
No, but he's the backup if the real one doesn't show.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
God, I hated
Thank
that.
you.
Let's
Very
never do
cool
this again.
podcast.
We're still on, Joe. Michelle, edit.
Yo, we're still ongoing. Michelle, edit that part up. That was the most amazing 34 minutes of my life. This is the best podcast to ever exist. For real. No cap. Didn't know our presidents are so lit with their opinions. Donald's top 5. I 100% agree. Yes. Yes, sir. That shit. What the thing, what the call? This has to be the greatest shitpost ever. Oh my god.